Good day everyone, my name is Ronaldin Rojo from BSA 3-2 and I am here to present the stages of hostage. So here are the objectives of my topic. First is to define what is hostage situation. Second is to describe the different stages of a hostage situation, including the alarm, the accommodation, resolution, etc. And also emphasize the importance of the stages of situation. Lastly is to determine the procedure to be followed in a hostage situation. Hostage situation. So what comes to our mind when we hear the word hostage situation? So for me, the word fear comes to my mind because a hostage situation involves with immediate danger and the potential for harm, creating sense of intense fear for both the hostages and the people involved in the objective is to secure the safe release of all hostages while minimizing the risk of the harm. The goal is usually to fulfill a specific demand such as money, political leverage, or escape. Hostage situations are highly tense, happening in various places like banks, school, or public places. The situation is marked by an imbalanced power where the captor holds control over the hostages. To resolve such incidents, law enforcement agencies use trained negotiators who aim to escalate the situation and ensure the hostages' safety. The goal of hostage negotiators is to contain and negotiate with the hostage taker to end the crisis without harm to the hostages. These are the stages of hostage situation: alarm, crisis stage, accommodation, and resolution stage. Understanding stages of such incidents is critical for effective crisis management, ensuring the safety of all involved and ultimately resolving. First is the alarm stage. Alarm stage is the most traumatic and dangerous. In this stage, the emotion of the hostage taker is exceedingly in its highest peak. His or her rationalization and proper thinking is low. So this is marked by emotional tension and danger. The hostage taker is often extremely agitated and aggressive, making it critical for responders to approach with caution. Crisis stage. In this phase, the crisis negotiators begin their efforts to communicate with the hostage taker. The captor may make outrageous demands and exhibit unpredictable emotions, significantly affect the outcome. This dangerous period because the hostage taker is trying to strengthen their control over the situation, often by moving the hostages to a more secure location. For the hostages, this stage is especially critical because how they interact with the hostage taker can significantly affect their chances of survival. The dynamics during this period can either increase or decrease their safety depending on the responses of both the captor and the negotiators. Hostages may also experience psychological challenges such as isolation, claustrophobia, and sense of time. Isolation, feeling cut off from the outside world, which is emotional stress. Claustrophobia, the fear of being confined in a restricted place or a space, which can exacerbate anxiety. And in the sense of time, losing track of time can further disorient them and add to their distress. Next is the accommodation stage. It is characterized by a mixed boredom and moments of fear. This stage is often the longest and can appear more stable. However, hostages may feel isolated and develop a sense of dependency on their captors. It is where the dynamics begin to shift. Hostages may experience feelings of isolation and dependency on their captors, leading to a complex psychological phenomenon known as a Stockholm Syndrome, where the hostages develop sympathetic feelings toward their captors. Although this stage can appear calmer, it is fraught with psychological challenges for the hostages. Lastly is the resolution stage. As the situation progresses, the hostage taker may become fatigued or lost interest, leading to decreased tension. This stage is crucial for negotiations as hostages may express mixed feelings towards their captors and negotiation team. So in this stage, the hostage taker may become fatigued or lose interest in the situation. The tension often decreases and the opportunities for negotiation increase. At this point, effective communication from negotiators can lead to a peaceful resolution, although hostages may still exhibit mixed emotions toward both their captors and rescuers. Also, each stage requires careful management to prioritize the safety of hostages while addressing the copter's demands effectively. By recognizing the stages such as the initial alarm, negotiation phase, and resolution, responders can adapt their approach based on the dynamics of the situation. This allows them to prioritize the safety of the hostages at every step and avoid actions that could escalate the danger. Each stages of the hostage situation or hostage crisis presents unique challenges. For example, during the early stages, emotions run high and careful negotiation is crucial to prevent rash decisions by the captor. As the situation progresses, negotiators can adjust their tactics, knowing when to use patience, empathy, or pressure to influence the captor's decisions. Understanding these stages or phases ensures efficient allocation of resources, such as deploying the right personnel or medical support at the right time. These are the procedures to be followed in the hostage situation. So Section 1, procedures to be followed in the hostage situation, the activation of a crisis management task group. Immediately forming a specialized team ensures that experienced personnel are in charge of handling the situation effectively from the outset. Next is the securing and isolating the incident scene. This step prevents unauthorized access, protecting the integrity of the scene and ensuring the safety of hostages, responders, and the public. Next is controlling entry and exit. By restricting movement, authorities can monitor the situation closely, prevent potential interference, and keep the area secure or safe. Lastly is the recording witness information. Gathering details from witnesses is crucial for later investigations and provides valuable insights into the situation. Directing them to a safe location ensures the safety and minimizes distractions for law enforcement. Section 2. Ground Commander. Designation of a ground commander. Establishing a single point streamlines communications and decision-making, reducing the risk of confusion among responding units. Section 3. Negotiators. Designation of negotiator. Assigning trained negotiators helps ensure that all communication with the hostage taker is controlled and strategic. This prevents unauthorized discussions that could jeopardize the situation. Section 4. Assault Team. Alerting an assault team, preparing a tactical team for deployment provides a backup plan if negotiations fail. The requirement for identifiable uniforms enhances safety and coordination during a potential assault. Section 5. Assault Plan. Planning for minimal threat. Developing a detailed assault plan focuses on protecting the lives of hostages and officers, emphasizing support personnel. An ambulance with medical crew and a fire truck shall be detailed at the incident area. Medical and emergency services on standby. Having an ambulance and fire truck ready ensures immediate medical assistance if needed, prioritizing the health and safety of hostages and responders. Section 7. Coordination. Proper coordination with all participating elements shall be done to consolidate efforts in solving the crisis. Effective communication between all involved parties consolidates efforts and resources, enhancing the overall response and increasing the likelihood of a successful resolution. Section 8. Safety of the hostage. In negotiating for the release of a hostage, the safety of the hostage shall always be the paramount. The safety of the hostage shall always be paramount in negotiating for the release of a hostage. Prioritizing the hostage safety throughout the negotiation process, ensuring the well-being of hostages, remains the top priority, guiding all actions and decisions. Section 9. These are the procedures to be followed during negotiations. The following shall be undertaken in the conduct of negotiations. Number 1. Stabilize and contain the situation, establishing control, helps prevent further escalation and creates a more manageable environment for negotiations. 2. Select the right time to make contact with the hostage taker. Choosing the right moment, right time to engage to the hostage taker can significantly impact the negotiation success. 3. Take time when negotiating. Taking the time to negotiate allows for a thoughtful approach, reducing pressure on both sides. Number 4. Allow the hostage taker to speak. Listening to the hostage taker builds rapport and may reveal their motivations, facilitating better negotiations. 5. Don't offer the hostage taker anything. Anything. What he or she will ask for will be part of the negotiation. Not making immediate concessions allows negotiators to gauge the hostage taker's true demands without prematurely giving in. 6. Avoid direct, frequent attention to the victim when talking to the hostage taker, minimizing focus on hostages. Keeping the conversation centered on the hostage taker helps maintain their engagement and reduces anxiety about the hostage well-being. 7. Do not call them hostages. Be honest as possible. Avoid tricks. Be sincere. Use of language referring to individuals as hostages can be counterproductive. Honest and sincere communication fosters trust. Number 8. Never dismiss any request from the hostage taker as trivial or unimportant. Acknowledging requests, even seemingly trivial requests, should be acknowledged to show respect for the hostage takers. Section 9. Never say no. Never say no helps keep negotiations open and prevents the hostage taker from feeling cornered. 10. Soften the demands. Negotiators should seek to refrain demands to find acceptable compromises. 11. Never set a deadline. Try not to accept a deadline. Avoiding deadlines helps keep the negotiation process flexible and reduce pressure, allowing for a more thoughtful exchange. 12. Do not introduce outsiders, non-law enforcement officers into the negotiation process, unless their presence is extremely necessary in the solution of the crisis, provided that they shall be properly advised on the do's and don'ts of a hostage negotiations. Restricting outside participation helps maintain control over the negotiation process, ensuring that all parties are trained and briefed. Number 13. Do not allow any exchange of hostages unless extremely necessary. In particular, do not exchange a negotiator for a hostage. Avoiding exchange unless absolutely necessary minimizes the risk and maintains leverage. Number 14. Avoid face-to-face negotiations. This strategy helps protect both negotiators and hostages, reducing the risk of physical harm. Number 15, the last but not least, law enforcement officers without proper training shall not be allowed to participate in hostage negotiations. Ensuring that only trained personnel are involved in negotiations maintains professionalism and effectiveness, reducing the likelihood of the errors. So, to conclude, these procedures provide a structured framework for handling hostage situations, emphasizing the safety, effective communication, and strategic planning to resolve the crisis with minimal risk. And for the quote, in the midst of a hostage crisis, hope is the strongest weapon for survival and resolution. And I thank you.